So just one more minute and then we can start. All right. We can start and maybe Natuja, if she hasn't joined, she may join in between. Sonia, as I requested, if you will keep on you know uh, whosoever you see the notification, if you can admit people in between.
Yeah, I
So
would do that.
sure, thank you. Uh, Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Akhil Chaudhary. I'm based in High Commission of Canada, New Delhi, and I look after the agriculture and agri-food file here in the Indian market. It is our pleasure to welcome all our Alberta industry members and colleagues today to this webinar, where we intend to discuss opportunity landscape for the Canadian agriculture and agri-food companies in the Indian context. A special thanks to Natuja from Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation, along with my colleague Anuj from Alberta, India office to partner with us for this webinar and making this happen. Before we dive in further, just quickly, I want to, share how we have planned this webinar. So the webinar duration is gonna be 1 hour. We will try to wrap up all the presentation in 35 minutes, which we can follow up with a Q&A session. If you have any question during the presentation, please feel free to type your question in the chat section, and we can take it up in Q&A session. Um, we wanted to start this with a short remark from Natuja, but she hasn't joined yet. So maybe I would straight away go to our guest speaker. Uh, but before that, let me quickly call out Anuj from Alberta, India office. Uh, Anuj, if you can introduce yourself, and then we will move to our guest speaker.
Sure, thanks, Akhil. Good morning to everyone that has joined this particular webinar and welcome. My name is Anuj Bhasin. I handle the Alberta office for the South Asia region, and Akhil is our federal colleague and on the agri sector, and Sonia as well. Uh, Primarily, just to give you a quick introduction of how we foresee this particular sector. Obviously, we have Mr. Subramanian who will be talking, take a deep dive onto the specific opportunities. But the office focuses on trade, inward investment, mobility, research collaborations. So specifically, when someone looks at the agriculture sector, by and large, it is viewed as a commodity export with pulses, lentils, kidney beans, chickpeas, etc. Uh, and with the rising South Asian diaspora that we have in Canada, that on the Canadian side as well, there is a demand for Indian food products like basmati rice, and then at the same time, we've seen a number of ethnic food producers setting up their units in India primarily to re-export back to Canada due to domestic capacity constraints. So this kind of opens up opportunities, across a range of areas, be it agri-tech, logistics, or food processing. Uh, precision agriculture, because of the water scarcity that one faces in India, there's a strong opportunity there. And so is protein cluster development, primarily to address malnutrition issues with new mothers or the ones who have conceived. So there are opportunities across the spectrum, and we at the Alberta office is there to support your internationalization efforts. I'll put my email address in the chat box as well, and we'll be happy to connect for any follow-up discussions. So with that, I'll give it back to Akhil to take the discussions forward. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Anuj. Very well said. Uh, Now, introducing our guest speaker from industry, Mr. Sridhar Subramanian. He's a director with iGap Consult Private Limited. And Sridhar has over 35 years of diverse experience, be it the market research, opportunity mapping, and market structure analysis. He has assisted, several international companies to establish their business successfully in India. Welcome, Sridhar. It's great to have you here. Over to you. I'm giving you the access where you will be able to share your screen. Just give me a second.
Yeah. Welcome everybody from Alberta. I'm Sridhar Subramaniam from IGP Consult Private Limited based in Delhi. And I'm very happy to have my colleague also with me, Shada Subramaniam, who has just joined me for this presentation today on the Indian agriculture and agri-food prospects for Canadian companies in India. So welcome to you all, and I would like to now start the presentation.
Sure, Sridhar, you will be able to share your screen. Just please check and let me know if it works.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So, sorry. Yeah. So, India's expanding agriculture and agri-food market opportunities and challenges for Canadian enterprises. This presentation will consist of the following sections. Basic economic and import statistics, Indian agri-food market, drivers of growth, regulatory framework, opportunities, challenges, about what we are, and then finally the questions and answers session. Uh, India is today the fourth largest economy in the world. It has crossed $4 trillion in its GDP, and it's expected to be the third largest economy in the world by the end of the next 4 or 5 years. The third largest, that is behind US and China. In PPP terms, we are already the third largest, and we have a very robust import and export market now. Our foreign trade, our foreign trade with a ratio to GDP has been consistently increasing since 1991, and it's a very important component of our economy. If you look at the sector-wise, services dominate our economy with more than 60%, agriculture about 16%, manufacturing 18%, and others, which includes construction, others about 5%. In terms of the Indo-Canadian trade statistics, as you can see, the total trade has been raising. There has been a small decline that we've seen in the last 1 or 2 years, but it is expected to resume its normal rate of growth between 2021 and 2022 and 2022 and 2023 financial years. There was a very good growth rate recorded, about 15% to 20%. And the imports are also showing a rapid increase over the last few years, though there's been a marginal decline if you see in the past 1 year. As was mentioned earlier, the Canadian exports to India are primarily, commodities like legumes, dried peas, chickpeas, and a little bit of a few other products like rapeseed oil, oil meals, oil cakes, whey, and prepared foods to a certain very small quantities. But the largest share is on lentils and peas. Yes. So now, as was mentioned earlier, though Canada is primarily a commodity, very strong commodity exporter to India, there are very good opportunities now to diversify and to deepen. Sorry. Yeah, to graduate to more of products and food products and various other specialized services offered by the agricultural sector in India. Now, the Indian agri-food, products, there is very strong opportunities now in various sectors, as you can see, from breakfast cereals to alcoholic beverages, edible oil, chocolates, wine, pasta, juices, and soups, condiments. So a wide variety of goods sectors are opening up for export opportunities from Canada to India. Other segments of agriculture and other associated sectors are, cold storage and sustainable agricultural technologies, skilling, transport logistics, biogas, animal husbandry, etc. One of the biggest drivers of growth as far as India is concerned is this huge consumer base. We've got the largest population in the world now. We have surpassed China in 2023. And we have one of the youngest demographies in the world. The median age in India is 28.7 years, which is much, much younger than comparable median ages in other countries, including China, USA, and others. So India has got a very youthful population, and the millennials, the Generation Z, these are the big spenders when it comes to food products. So that is a very important note to be made by exporters to India as far as food is concerned, food and beverages. Another major factor is increasing urbanization. India is a rapidly urbanizing country, though of course a sizable population still resides in rural areas, but the flow of people for work and other related activities is expanding, and so this is also another factor that drives the growth of food and beverages, convenient food and gourmet food, etc. The food and beverage sector is a major sector in India, which is touching approximately 80 billion in the next 5 years. And the restaurant and food industry consists of restaurants and both organized and unorganized sectors. So this is major consumer, is a major source of products as far as food products are concerned. Many Indian families now dine outside, and middle class families, and they acquire a taste for imported products. They travel a lot and experience international food, and so they are ready to consume them in India itself. Uh, Another rapidly expanding sector in India is the QSRs. International chains, just as Pizza Hut, KFCs, they have their Indian partners, and they are expanding phenomenally, I would say, and over the past few years. And Indian consumers are uh, uh, as enthusiastic as others in the world to consume Western-oriented food. And you have many international brands now entering India of late. You have Popeyes, Wendy's, and then uh, Tim Hortons of Canada has also entered recently. They've got very strong growth plans, and of course, you have Indian brands also now competing. Indian brands are also expanding and offering very strong competition to international QSRs and other establishments. Uh, During the past few years, especially after COVID, India has seen a phenomenal increase in digital payments by its citizens. We have probably one of the largest payment systems in the world, where people have reduced their usage of normal currencies, and they use the digital mode of payment. And this is especially this trend has been seen, especially after the COVID episode. And a lot of Indians have mobile phones, and they're linking the payment gateways to their banks. And the leaders in this segment are uh, uh, Phone Pay, which is uh, uh, owned by Walmart, and GPay, which is a Google subsidiary. They account for more than 82% of the total transaction by volume. So the payment system has been revolutionized in India to a great extent. And e-commerce is another sector which is driving the growth of the food sector in India. You have um, a very strong e-commerce ecosystem that has been built up over the past 10 years. And Amazon and Flipkart, which is acquired by Walmart, are dominating. There are several Indian players also now, and the Indian market for e-commerce is expected to reach about 190 billion by 2027. A lot of people now have moved to e-commerce buying, especially for food products. And another, what is complementing the e-commerce industry is the food delivery and food delivery platforms that have sprung up. Companies such as Swiggy and Zomato are complementing the e-commerce, and of course the sales of even brick and mortar restaurants. People are simply using their mobiles to order quick food, and these have kind of revolutionized the food delivery system, especially in metros such as Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, where working professionals prefer a quick mode of delivery, and reduce the time spent for buying food. Then you have, in parallel to this, there has been several enterprises which have established online uh, uh, platforms to sell gourmet food, such as and also other establishments, both which have both offline and online retail outlets, such as Modern Bazaar, which Lee Marche who sell imported products, targeting high net worth individuals, expatriates, and other and young consumers in India. And adding to all this is the emergence of companies such as Blinkit and Zepto, which offer 10-minute deliveries. Quick commerce, we call it. They're a big, business now in India, and you see a complete transformation of the way people consume. It's a major consumer behavior trend in India. Now, coming to regulatory framework. Now, this present government, since it's came to power in 2005, it has tried to relax the foreign direct investment in the country. Almost 100% is FDI is allowed in most of the sectors in the food processing sector. The FSSAI, Food Standard Safety and Standard Authority of India, the nodal agency, excuse me, which is the nodal authority for all the rules and regulations regarding food products in India, and the standardization, labeling, etc. So they have laid down the rules and regulations for all the commodities, including imported products which come to India. And now systems exist where there is a proper mode for registering and bringing the food to the market. Now, this is a regulatory procedure in India as far as before one enters India, one has to register their products, and these are the flow which one has to follow. And FSSAI license is mandatory, which is to be shown in the label of any product. And you can see this in detail. We can share it with you. And as far as labeling requirements are concerned, these are the rules to be followed very strictly, and all the information which is listed over here has to be prominently displayed in any particular label. We are giving the example of a alcoholic beverage, the label over here, and as you can see, they have all the everything is here, especially related to the alcoholic beverages, including all the licenses, etc. Now, opportunities. Now, coming to opportunities, one of the opportunities as far as food and beverage is concerned is whiskey and liquor, alcoholic beverages, which is India is the largest whiskey consumer in the world, and therefore a very attractive market for many international firms trying to enter India. As you can see, several international companies are already making a move to India, and India is a large market. And apart from whiskey, other products are also moving up. For example, tequila has grown phenomenally. Vodka, rum, wine, all are showing very strong growth. And strong growth, I meant by imported products also. Many of them are going quite well. And another example of an opportunity are foods. You have good growth prospects in many of the food products, cheese, fruits, raspberries, cranberries, fresh foods, fresh fruits, olives, ice creams. One can say that the preference of a good number of middle class people are also moving towards premium products. So, like for example, fresh grapes from South America, one can see a lot in the market now. You can see a good amount of chocolates from Europe, from Germany, France, and cheese also. a good number of varieties are now available in all the leading supermarkets in India, and these are being driven by a strong consumer preference towards premium products. So that's something which is worthy of making note of. Wines is another important segment which is showing very strong growth, I would say, from 35 million in 2022-23. It has jumped to 170 million in 2023-2024. Now, a lot of factors here. There's a big expansion of hotels, restaurant establishments in India, especially after post-COVID. And by restaurant, we mean, all the bars, restaurant bars, establishments which are, catering to the young crowd, uh, all over India and all the metros. And there is also a demographic shift also discernible. A lot of young people, including women, are consuming wine. It is not a forbidden drink anymore, as far as, and therefore, in terms of cultural factors, so the wine is entering the dining table in a big way in India. So that is shown in the figures here. And coming to agricultural sector, there is strong possibilities in animal health, breeding technologies, and related infrastructure. For example, like cold storage. Now, the Indian government has really drawn some good budgets for livestock health and diseases control and national animal disease control programs. They have allocated some good $450 million for some programs, and uh, the Indian animal husbandry industry does need international technologies, and several countries are providing them. I'm sure even Canada does provide them in terms of these service breeding technologies and all that. And in the Indian, some of the sectors like poultry is growing very strong, and they're also getting more organized. The Indian poultry sector was characterized by the presence of unorganized farmers, but now you have companies like Venkateshwara Hatcheries, Sugana, expanding their presence all over India. They're all the very professional companies adopting modern technologies, and we see such a thing happening, and they are the ones who are supplying to all the QSRs and other establishments which have come up. So demand is growing for such technologies which will help the poultry sector in a big way. And same is the case with piggery. India was affected by the African swine flu and until recently, and there was a lot of losses, and therefore any technologies that help mitigate the sector would be more than welcome. So this is also a very strong opportunity for Canadian companies in India. As far as the food and beverages are concerned, India continues to be a high tariff market as far as many of the products are concerned. But what we have seen is India is also on a signing spree, so to say, of signing free trade agreements with many countries. They have done so with UK recently, earlier with Australia, and we see that there is a agreement to reduce tariffs drastically between these two countries in the course of the next 10 years. Up to 90 to 95 product categories, including food, would be zero tariffs. So that is a very good opportunity even for Canada and India to explore such an opportunity of signing an agreement in the near future, so that there is good scope for exports to India of a wide variety of products. These are the challenges. And another challenge, of course, in India is arbitrarily, imposing duty rates. Like, for example, recently the India imposed a 30% duty on Yellow peas, a major commodity which is imported from Canada. Of course, Indian government has to, sometimes uh, they are influenced by local lobbies, local farmer groups who have a strong, say in these matters. So this depends mainly on another factor that contributes here is that the weather pattern in India. When the harvest is good, then the imports are curtailed. But when the harvest is bad from a wide variety of products, then of course the import duties are reduced and become more liberal. So this is a challenge in India which one has to face. Yeah. So finally, about us, we are a international trade consulting and facilitation company. We have been operating in India for more than 30 years, uh, uh, and we are specialists in market entry expansion, market research, business investment support in terms of legal and commercial terms and conditions, product inspection certification. We have our own certification for environmental and social standards. And of course, we are finally very much active in social and development projects and sustainable initiatives in India. So thank you. And now we are open to the Q&A session. Over to you, Akhil.
Sure. Sure. Thanks, Sridhar. Thanks for taking us through in detail. It's excellent. Um, Before we go on to Q&A, maybe I will try to share my perspective on some of the points which you know uh, Anuj raised, and then you raised in your presentation. All along, we fully understand that the Canada, India trade statistic is highly skewed because, see, almost 90% of what Canada export to India is basically pulses. And our strategy has always been to diversify that basket, to add more and more products to export from Canada to Indian market. We are seeing, as you mentioned, the drivers of growth. So we are seeing that momentum from last 2 3 years, and to me, a major driver other than rising disposable income is the e-commerce. The fact that previously India was more unorganized. See, 95% of the retail setup in India was mom and pop stores, and rest only 5% was the organized setup. But as soon as e-commerce came, the entire scenario has changed. You will see people even from tier 2 and tier 3 cities making those big purchases, and now even going forward, the rise of these quick commerce, which is delivering the groceries, the dailies, the gourmet food in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, is simply amazing. They have changed the game altogether. Just to give the Canadian audience a quick glimpse on the number, see, Blinkit, that's the I won't say the biggest, but that's one of the leading quick commerce platform. They process 1.8 million orders every day. And you have like 4 to 5 such platform which are delivering at the same scale. So we are witnessing the shift toward more and more organized sort of retail play, and that's where we are witnessing a pickup on the imports of gourmet food. We are seeing that surge even on some of the Canadian categories. Just to give an example on maple syrup, that's not a native thing to India or Indians, as the awareness is growing, we are witnessing almost a growth of 30% year on year in the import of maple syrup as a category. Canadian cherries, for example, which are being retailed at a price point of close to 35 to almost 40 Canadian dollars a kg here in India, we witnessed 102% year on year growth. So I think, the addressable market, don't look at India as like 1.5 billion people. The total addressable market when it comes to imported food and beverage is probably in close to 450 to 500 million people. Um, but that's also a significant number, and it is rising year on year. Um, so thank you, Sridhar, for painting that picture of opportunities, for the participating companies. I may take 1 more minute to the participating Canadian companies to tell you about, some of the initiative that we do in Delhi to promote small Canadian businesses. And I think there was one question also on that. So we have been supporting the SMEs of Canada to expand their footprint here. We give them complete hand-holding support, and there are various programs that we have been doing, which offset some of the risk, from those SMEs. We have been running e-commerce program where we sponsor marketing campaigns for the Canadian food and beverage brand. We have been running social media campaigns where we hire influencers to promote those Canadian brands. V- uh, I would also like to, tell the participant that there is also one upcoming initiative if people are interested. So we will be participating in, one of the biggest food and beverage exhibition here in Delhi. That is Ahar. It's like Gulf food for the Indian market. Almost 100,000 people visit this. There are like almost 30 to 35 international pavilion, and since 2010 we have been participating in this event, with Canada National Pavilion, where we invite the Canadian companies to participate with us. So the registrations are open. If someone want to know more about the event, you can reach out to me, to Anuj or Natuja. The deadline for the registration is going to be December 31st. So please let us know if you want to reserve a space. There are some programs which we can help you with for partial sponsoring of your visit and participating in this event. With that, I think, let's open it up for Q&A.
Yeah.
Um, Sridhar, if I may read the questions for you, or else if you can see the questions which people have
Yes.
put in the chat section.
Just hold on. Let me go one by one. I see a question now on. So, how does a small business think? This is by Varun. Think about going there if we weren't for large organizations like Amazon, Wendy's. Is there any? Is it? Do any of them help in shipping costs? Do products to you from Canada or beverages? Especially the shipping costs would be provided. I feel like now. Yes. I would say that for the alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beverages, both, there is a very high tariff structure in India. It's not only very high tariffs, national tariffs, import tariffs, but also local taxes, which and state taxes. So this is a very it's one cannot deny that it's a it's a landmine, of several multiple taxations. But despite that, there are many sectors in India that are opening up for a lot of international companies are still entering India, both large and small ones. Brands from Europe, South America are keen to enter India because India is one of the few growing markets in the world. And to enter India, you need to find, you need to find a good local consultant, local expert to guide you step by step as far as registration is concerned, and then to identify which are the geographies to enter first. We are in the we are in the process of in the assisting an international firm. It's not a very large international firm, but it's a medium-sized one from South America, and we are precisely doing that. So, so there are chances, I would say. It all depends. It comes to marketing. Now, Sharda will explain a little bit
When
about
the question comes to you about medium or small size companies, we are specialized in small and medium sized companies for last 37 years. So the big companies will find their way, because they have the contacts and everything. So
connection.
we work very closely with the small and medium size, and we will be able to assist you together with the High Commission. We will be able to assist you and give you the right partner. And also because if the duties are high, at the same time the demand is also there, so when you pay the duty also, you will be able to get into the market, but only thing is you have to have a right partner and right place and right timing. Things will work out, like Sridhar was telling. Yes, I mean, it's nothing to hide. We are bringing cassava from Brazil, which was not so easy, but we are already through, and we are going to launch it on the 7th of November in a small way to bring it to the market. And the market is already ready to buy the product, So first we
No,
do the
yeah.
market research and
Thank.
then
Yeah,
advise.
yeah. I think if I can just add you have although answered fully, but just to add, see on your question about the shipping cost, so that's already factored in, right? If you are able to find a good partner, he will place an order where the shipping cost and everything will be factored in a price, just to give the participating companies an idea on how the pricing work. If it is being retailed at a X price in Canada, or if you are selling at a X price in Canada, taking in account all the shipping cost and infrastructure, storage, every cost is factored in, and it will be retailed at a 4x price. So that's gonna be a job where your importer will do everything. So he will place an order, he will make the payment, and rest is his job, to list out and to sell.
Exactly.
So,
Absolutely right.
that's right.
So I
So
think
I
we
hope
can
this.
take another one. Uh, and Sridhar, if I may take this one, because this is about a canola seed crushing plant. Um, if you will allow me. So basically, Rachel, for now, canola being GM, we cannot import canola seed in India as of yet. So there is no canola seed crushing plant. Though, the scope is bright because India has approved canola GM event, but there is still a court case pending in the Supreme Court of India. Till that is clear, there is like it is not allowed to bring in the canola seed for crushing.
Okay. That is okay. Now, there is one question on even with e-commerce platforms, are they purchasing the inventory to sell there, or what sort of options are there for shipping pallets to India? Now, India is not yet doing the inventory model yet, but there is talk going on right now with the Ministry of Commerce that to allow this part also to this inventory model of e-commerce companies also to operate in India. And for example, Amazon and is not allowed to have their own products. They're only a platform. But now there was in recent times some move by the government to to allow to be a little more liberal. So we will keep you updated on that. It's a new development happening. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah. For now, like as Sridhar said, so unlike North America, these platform are not buying directly. You have to find sellers or importers who basically list out your products on Amazon
Yeah.
or say other platforms.
Yes.
Yes. By and large, they are marketplaces.
Yeah. There is one question on. I would like to learn more about the animal health opportunities. Yes, there is, as mentioned, there is a several opportunities as far as animal health is concerned. We just displayed that in our opportunities in slide opportunity number 4, and we would be more than happy to contact you directly. I think it is Mr. Dave Moss from Toulouse. Incidentally, we have also done a report recently on the opportunities for both the poultry and fisheries sector. So we would have some good information for you, Mr. Moss. We will keep you posted on that.
So Sridhar, if I may request you to drop in your email in the chat section so that people can, reach out to you post this webinar if needed.
That's right. I've just posted our email. Yeah. Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you, Mr. Moss. We will contact you directly. Then yes. Then you have. Yes, are these tariffs for Canada and export there? Yes, these are for Canada, Canadian exports to India. That was a question on tariffs, and then you have a yes. The first question for Mr. Hozak, Melissa Hozak. We do specialize in assisting SMEs in India. Therefore, India is incidentally a very promising market for SMEs and entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs. So you'll be surprised to know that many individual entrepreneurs have come to India and successfully established a very good business here. Whether you're a professional medical doctor or an infrastructure expert or a facility management expert, not only for SMEs but also for individuals also, surprisingly. So it all depends on your it depends on various factors. First of all, understanding the Indian market initially, finding the trustable local guidance counselors, and hand-holding partners initially, depending on your investment, etc. So, therefore, we have very good
I just
scope.
wanted to add a couple of comments on what Sridhar mentioned. So Melissa, primarily, be it Akhil, be it me and Sonia, the network that we have both at the federal and provincial level, by and large, our role is to work with SMEs. The big players, Tim Hortons or Wendy's of the world, they generally are good enough to take care of themselves. They primarily need us more on the advocacy side or on any problem resolution side. So that is where there are programs. Akhil alluded to how various missions where we provide options, funding options, and so at a both federal and provincial level that one can leverage upon. So you can always take up these opportunities. And again, coming back to what Shridhar mentioned, it's a you have the big conglomerate simply because of the market size. It's fairly big by any standards. But then by and large, you have a lot of entrepreneurs, lot of SMEs that have made it big. It's the startup culture is actually thriving. India has the third largest startups globally. So by all means, you should take it as an opportunity than a challenge. Thanks.
Yeah, I fully
Thanks,
agree.
Anuj. So there was a question from Justin about preferential trade agreement or Canadian-based exemption. So you must be following all the news flow that is coming now. So there is a good progress between the two government. Um, we are back on the FTA table. I think what we have been learning in our conversation with our headquarter is that whatever was being discussed before has been shelved. Now the Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, along with Global Affairs Canada, will start reaching out to the Canadian industry to seek their inputs, as in what all subjects need to be discussed while negotiating this free trade agreement between the two countries with a fresh perspective. So you must be hearing soon from AFC and Global Affairs about that.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Um, so if
Uh,
if
there is some
anybody
additional
has more questions.
there is some additional questions by Justin Peters. Although
Mhm.
IGP work, do you have consultants that work with Indian quick service restaurants, specific
Yes.
KFC? Yes.
Yes.
With KFC, incidentally, we do have contacts with their franchisees as well. So that could be helpful. Yes, it's a yes to Mr. Peters' question. Uh, and next question is by Mr. Hozak. Uh, my company has 45 health and wellness SKUs, and it's just me, this company, and my husband. It's something I could be there in India regularly, but I think it could do well with the right partner. Yes, actually, Mrs. Hozak, we have in the past dealt with companies that are family owned, you can say, individual based who have products like yours, some formulations and then products. And therefore, when we mean SMEs, it starts from one can say it starts from one or two individual family-owned enterprises. You can say so there is no lower limit to it. So we can help you, even though you're a small company. And yes, you have to find the right partner. Absolutely.
I
For to
think,
participate.
Sridhar, we have 5 minutes left, and I see Natuja has just joined. So maybe, Natuja, if you are there, you can wrap it up for us with your closing remark now.
Absolutely. Just give me a minute. Because of the
Sure.
daylight saving, I thought this minute was meeting was at 9 a.m. So I rushed to the office only to realize that it was at 8 a.m. So I sincerely apologize. So I'm just getting settled down.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, and
And
it's
good
going to be.
afternoon, good evening for those of you who are in India. I believe this was a very wonderful session. Thank you so much for joining in. We had invited you all to attend this session, because for those of you who are in Alberta or anywhere in Canada, we are big on increasing our exports. We've been highly reliant on various markets, and it's very important for all of us to diversify, or the companies to diversify. So it's important to have these conversations about what different markets are offering, what services are we offering. So here at the government of Alberta, we support our agri-food and agriculture companies by organizing or partnering up with organizations like the Trade Commissioner Services, AAFC, to organize webinars like this. We also collaborate to host trade missions, like the trade mission in India that's coming up in March, and different trade missions in different markets. So if you're interested in this market, contact our colleagues at the Trade Commissioner Services, particularly this trade mission. How is it that we can help you to prepare and ensure that you're ready for this market? We also offer services like research, market intelligence. So if that's something that you're interested in, kindly make sure that you contact us. That said, I apologize for being late, but as I said, I hope you had a wonderful session. I hope you learned a lot, and I will be delighted to connect with you and help you expand in different markets. And here in AGI, or the government of Alberta rather, there's 6 of us who cover different markets. I cover the South Asia and Southeast Asia market. And actually, I'll take this opportunity to introduce my colleague, Rachel Luo, who is on this call. So effective November 7th, she will be covering the South Asia market. So she's taking over this market from me. So Rachel, if you can just say hello real quickly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Luo, as my colleague not to mention. So I started to cover South Asia, Africa on my file on top of the Greater China since last Thursday. So I have lots to learn, and I'm glad we have so many Alberta companies interested in India market. So in the future, I'm here to serve you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akil and Anuj. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Natuja. And thank you everyone for participating with us today. A big thank you to Sridhar, of course, for giving us time today and providing his, valuable insight. As Natuja mentioned, just would like to reiterate, we are here for you. We are here to help. Please feel free to reach out to us with any of your inquiries. Thank you, everyone. Uh, Goodbye.
Thank you.